Hi everyone, and welcome to today's class. It's a very interesting energy because it's all about beauty and harmony, and maybe you know that harmony is the highest expression of love, I was told by my master. So this is what you are actually focused or maybe focused on today, and so much so that if you are an empath, it's possible that you feel other people's emotions and that you, as a result, for example, are more concerned about your partner's feelings than about your own. And of course, that's something that we have to watch out for. So look for the beauty, creative work, artwork, all this is fantastic. And if there is a court case that you are waiting for to be resolved, maybe it's resolved today and in your favor. That's also a message for a few here. So yeah, let's see what we're guided to do. Very curious, and of course, as always, I'm just starting off with reminding you of the muscle coordination we're using, but you don't have to remember this. So it's little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line, sit bones together, and it's just, all this is just a picture, it's just a thought and an imagination, because otherwise you would be creating tension in your body, and that's not what we want. We want to work out, activate all the muscles, but not tensing them, yeah, too much. So lengthening, energy comes through your body, out of your head, some lengthening here and lengthening here, lengthening down, ribs together, navel towards your spine, relax your knees and elbows, and we start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. Therefore, you turn your arms, which are in line with this line in between your straight and diagonal abs, and you think your little fingers towards your thumbs, and as you can see, I've got all my fingers long, and then I'm thinking the fountain, and then I notice I'm working in my center. And ribs together, lengthening behind, so it's not lifting your chin, it's like lifting where your hair starts at the back of your head. The little fingers towards your thumbs and relax. So it's this line. If there is a special word for that, I would like to know it. As you know, I'm not a native speaker, but I'm doing my very best to keep learning this language and to become a little better each day. So little fingers towards the thumbs, lengthening again, ribs together, and if you really feel length here, you can also try, if you could lengthen underneath your hip bones and relax. So it's just very relaxed here, yeah? The work is in the center. Okay, so other way around, palms facing the back, thumbs towards the little fingers, everything's long, ribs together, and we're releasing. Okay, so one more time, breathing in, thumbs towards the little fingers, everything's long, ribs together, and relax. Okay, good. So with that same muscle coordination, we're going to the end of the mat, same thing, lengthening. And as you know, or as you may know if you are a regular here on this channel, first 3 exercises are kind of set, and then I have no idea. So you're not expected to be able to do this. You could be bending your legs, putting something underneath like those yoga blocks, a little chair, whatever you've got at hand. And then it's all about breathing in, and on the out breath, sit bones, head, so it's the activation of this fountain, lengthening your back. So with time, you really feel that your back gets longer. Lengthening, and release, breathing in, and again, lengthening. And I would love if you don't, I'm trying to make it visible for you so that you know, that you see what you're doing. But if it's actually almost not visible, but just a feeling, yeah, because that's what we're working for and aiming at. So now I'm just repeating this, looking at my middle finger, I will be describing a semicircle and the arm is just floating. It's indicating the direction of lengthening and then turning, which is the reprogramming, of our upper body. So we assure that we do not turn without lengthening. Yeah, very important if you have experiences with, or experienced a lombalgia, which is not fun to have, right? So breathe in and lengthening, and then middle finger, lengthening everything here, and navel in and coming back. And lengthening, biggest possible circle. Make sure you're not overtaking your arm or the other way around, that you're really focused on where you are. And it's not, absolutely not necessary that you do what I do, that it looks like I'm doing it. No, this is all about feeling what I'm describing and visualizing the lines, and that's what makes the success, not being able to do that as I do it. Lengthening, navel in, inwards, ready, relaxing. Just feel the weight of your head and let the blood flow back. The third kind of always set exercise at the moment is the following one, which is for stability. So it's not for flexibility, but you can use it for that if you need that professionally. But it is actually for our lower back and hips region, and it can also help you manifest stability in your life if you need that. I have wonderful experiences with that, not only personally but many of my students. So keep doing this exercise if you would like some result there as well, and not only in your body. Okay, so here we go, same procedure as last exercise. So it's from here, lifting one leg, and this leg is definitely bent, but you could also be here, right? Wherever you are, whatever you put there is fine. Important is not stretching this leg or having it like this, it can be bent, but your heel has to be on the floor. So the heel of the supporting leg piece must be on the floor. And then we're just trying to lengthen. Feel your way, middle or center line, straight lines here, hips parallel to the floor, very important. And then if you notice, if you feel that your thoughts don't make any more difference, then not anymore any difference, then you change your legs. Okay, so other leg in my case, and it can take a little longer on one side than on the other one. That's not a problem at all, right? So lengthening, being in line, lengthen behind your neck, very important, and just relaxing. And just have the blood flowing back. Yes, and again, continuing, lengthening. And now if you like, you see if you can lengthen all this a little bit more. You know, as you may know, if you are regular here, I'm trying to stretch out my contractions each time a little more. So let's see. Lengthen. And this is also why I have to do this in a dynamic way. And not only lengthening as I did at the beginning with the lengthening, which I will mention again with the other leg, now that I'm changing legs. So from here, we could of course be here, and then just send energy through. This is what I used to do, but with the current state of the body, I have to be adapting continuously, and it still continues because the guys are saying that now I'm supposed to change legs, so one of each, but you don't necessarily have to continue, please. You just do what you need and lengthen, and no momentum. I have to do a little momentum now I get from them. It's really interesting. This has been a long journey. Yeah. And let's see when I get there. Okay, so now just relaxing a little bit. And I really hope, this is why I'm taking you with me, that this also helps more of you. And that would be so great. So now, just do what you feel like, stretching a little bit, massaging, maybe giving your legs a shake, and your arms three-dimensional to not affect your shoulders. Also, trembling your legs with a little bit of help from your abs. That's a Chinese exercise for your lymphatic system. So, incorporating this, and then my favorite is always this one. Grab your thighs, elbows close, head down, and here we go. Just relaxing. Yes, okay, so what are we doing now first? First of all, come on, let me know. Okay, alright. Rolling up, rolling down in alignment. Okay. Little toes in line with your hips or muscle line. And I'm just doing a version for newbies. Then I'm trying to do the other extreme, and then I'm sure that you can absolutely choose what you need to do and wish to do. So hands out behind my head. Now from the sit bones to my head, in the biggest possible circle, lengthening. Also lengthening here, so I might not be as high up as I could, yeah? Okay, so from here, and then grab your thighs with one hand or both, depending on if you need some support here, behind your neck. You just slide up your legs a little bit, making sure that you maintain the line between your little toes in here. Coming to sitting, sit both head. Just relaxing down and up, elbows close, and then think long between your pubic bone and navel and continuously lengthen to go down, and that's it. Yeah, and then adjust your legs wherever you need to start, fine. Okay, we do add on a little bit, but I'll come to that later, and that'll be fine. Okay, so if you are a little bit more flexible, little fingers in line with your shoulders, little toes in line with the hips or muscle line, lengthening, coming up, breathing in, just check if everything is in line, and then sit bones head, and of course you can always help yourself here, or grab your thighs, and then on the floor, relax your elbows, making sure you're really working here. That's what it's all about, and lengthening it, so coming up to here. Now lengthening, keep lengthening, everything is here and is long, and just relaxing and down, and coming up, sit bones head, and then roll down. Make sure please that first of all your back gets straight, and then it's about lengthening or trying to lengthen your legs, okay? So first and second stage exercise. Now choose your version, and the guides say they want 3 repetitions. If that resonates with you, fine. If you feel like I need to do 1 less or 1 more, fine. Yes, your intuition is always first. It's your priority. So this is just what the guides suggest for these energies and for this community. But your intuition needs to be in resonance. Lengthening, lowering. Okay, breathe in and lengthening, coming up, navel towards your spine. Breathing in, and then sit bones head, lowering, lowering, lengthening, and lowering. Coming up again, and lowering, slowly, lengthening, and we do one more. Make sure that you always visualize the lines, because then this is what will happen. Sit bones head, lengthening, and slowly coming up, lengthening, and lengthening here. Just relaxing, feel the weight of your head always, and lengthening. And it's great, it's so calm. I feel a lot of tranquility now. I hope this also goes for you. Lengthening. Now the guide said we'll do one more coming up. Lengthening, so I will first, when I'm up, demonstrate from here, when you're here and when you knew what we do. We lengthen one leg, one arm, lengthen, and then I do, as I'm lengthening the upper body, I open this arm, lengthen, and then sit bones head coming up, lengthening, and lowering, and lengthening, up, here, yeah, so you see, there's no point where I am actually turning anything here. I just have it floating. So this is your version, and please repeat 4 times, so alternating twice to each side. If you're here, yeah, you just see where you can lengthen your back, and then from having your palms on your feet, you go there, or wherever they are, yeah, they can be here of course, wherever they are, lengthening. And it's not about the arm, nothing about the arm. The arm is floating. It's about you, about the length that you have here. And lengthening. Yeah, and you just go as far as you notice when we're going slowly, where the actual maximum stretch is. In my case, it's here. So I'm lengthening, and I do 2 more, and that's what we do. So we've got 4 all together. Just stop the video so you have time to do that. And then looking at my middle finger, lengthening, lengthening, trying to really think of the fountain coming through the back of my head, crown of my head, lengthening. Middle finger is where I'm looking at, lengthening, lengthening the back, the entire back and the front of your body. That's what it's about. And then coming back and lengthening and slowly lowering. Okay. Yes, and now you just relax and just do what you need to feel fine with your back. Just a little massage, whatever helps here. Yes, okay, so what's next? Okay. Front push-ups. Okay, here we go. I will first of all show the ladies version, then the gentleman version, and afterwards a little extra for gentlemen. Please, ladies, don't copy me with that other version, and also always do like one more. And when you're totally new and you've never done that, just try the muscle coordination, which then shows as the posture for this exercise. Okay, so we've got the knees together, and then it's a diagonal line from my knee to my head. I have my elbows relaxed and very close to my body, and I just relax my elbows even more. And now from my sit bones to my head, I'm coming up. And as you see, I'm not lowering very much because I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in how much strength do I have in the center of my body, and how slowly can I possibly do this. And then this is what really gives you strength, as you may notice. And it's really about here. So if you're close here, yeah, there's no problem for your shoulders. There's a little tension here. So if you notice something like that, always massage, okay? If you notice, always massage. Because as we know, here we have certain, well, it's not ribbons, I don't know how you say that, but it's very, very much tied together. So we need to loosen that up with H, yes? So massage whenever you can, massage your hands, and that will be a lot easier. So the gentleman version is little toe in line with your little toe in line with your little finger, lengthen here, and back down. Sit bones, relaxing here. Diagonal line from your sit bones to your head, lengthening. It's always like the back wants to stay up, right? So this is not what we need. We need that we do it slowly and sit bones head, and then you really notice your abs and how they lift you, yeah? When you sink that in, this is what lifts you. Okay, and if that's still nothing, doing nothing to you, what you can do is you can send a little energy through one heel, and then you do it like this. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Okay? So the majority still goes through the upper body, but a little bit goes through your heel, and that's fine. Good. So what else do we have? Yes, okay, sideways push-ups, okay. A little more. So from your shoulders in line with your hips and your heels, and I'm embracing my upper shoulder blade, placing my hand here to ensure that the energy through my elbow goes this way and not this way. So it's not about lifting. Sure, you can do that. From the sit bone through your head, you're lengthening. If you want, you can put something underneath here and also here, or look down if you feel tension. And then you keep lengthening and coming up in the biggest possible circle. So it's like this and then even bigger. That's what you're thinking. And therefore, well, this is what makes your muscle coordination in the center stay active. So it's not like total tension, taking everything together that you have as strength and then coming up. No, it's letting go. Collecting the energy or the strength and then let it go, let it out, let it flow through you. And this makes a big difference in what your body looks like, right? And lengthening. Okay. And lengthening. And lengthening here. And up. Or you could be here or here. Okay, I do two, or I always do it twice because I just feel this is what I need. And release. And we have this short version today of this exercise, so we lengthen. You can do that for fun, right? That's what it's meant for. Biggest possible circle here, and then biggest possible circle, you can bend your legs, and then this is how you can come up. Okay, and this is just a test whether your muscle coordination works, which helps you, or practicing the muscle coordination helps you or can help you when you have one muscle being injured, because then the rest and by your mind can help you. Okay, this is why I keep trying and doing it, and always would like you to try it and to laugh about it if it doesn't work. So because at some point it will anyway. So you know, shoulders, hips, and heels. Now embrace your upper shoulder blade, hand behind, next to the other shoulder. Try to be as relaxed as you can. If you want to put something underneath, you can do that, especially if you're not as spaghetti-like as I am. Sit bones head, lengthen. Of course, you can also look down. And now here we go, lengthening. The guide said I need to do 6, but same as with the last exercise, you do what, no, the first exercise, what you feel is right for you. Okay, sit bones head, lengthen, and as you can possibly see, this is much easier for me. Lengthening. I'm very much right-handed, so yes, I've got a lot of strength there. But make always sure that when you exercise, that you try to balance all this. Yeah, lengthen and lowering. One more time. Lengthening and lowering. Okay, now we'll stretch either here, lengthening, not lifting, lengthening. I'm sure you saw the difference. Or here. So you choose what you want to do. Important thing, arms are very much in front, and you definitely need that, and make sure you're not tensing your wrists, happens very often, that we really feel biggest possible circle, and here we are. Yes, and you can always bend your legs, always just think, long. Okay, so here we go, relaxing, and finding out what else they want of us today. Yes, sliding up the legs, yes, of course. Okay, so here we go. And which version do we do today? Yeah, okay, show the one on the floor. Okay, so they want us to, okay, they say I should switch round in case my slightly painful tensing side wants to catch in. Okay, so little toes in line with your hips or muscle line. Think of your center line, arms next to your body. If you're new, this version is for you. Or if there's any issue with your neck, with your upper back, anything, yes, slide out the legs. For this, actually, it would be great to have some socks on. Then energy through the heel. And now it's not about lifting from here, it's about sit bone, heel, lengthening, navel in, and then you really feel how your leg is connected to your center, and then you have it coming up. And of course, it can be bent, no problem. Sit bone heel is also, when you imagine a line, that's also a line, same as here. So that's all good, all cool. Then you bend in, but you really think, don't think in. Think of just having it relaxing. And then again, lengthening, always lengthen the upper body, meaning keep the fountain going wherever you are, important. Okay, so we do 4 and 4, and then the other way around is either here or here or here, whatever. Yes, so you lengthen the leg and you lengthen the upper body, so it's a two-way lengthening until the line sit bone heel, and then when you bend in, even more important, navel in and energy out of your knee, and then you notice a difference in your hip joint. It's not like in, there is still space. And then coming up again, a little less space, yes, now, but now as you're lengthening again in both directions, and then you again think of your knee, you notice this, there's more freedom in here, and that's what we're aiming at. So, 4 and 4. Or, what else you could do is, here? No. Okay, bending your leg in, right. Okay, that's the stretching version. If you need a more stretchy, and that's what I am supposed to do. So you do the same thing, you just relax that leg, you grab it, and now that you have the leg lengthened, you can grab that here a little bit more, and don't think of pulling it towards you. Think of lengthening here and lengthening your upper body from underneath, from the back and here, yes, and then you notice the difference coming up. Okay, I will do it this way, and you do it, choose either this way as well, you don't have to do it as intensely, or on the floor having your arms here, yes. You can also have one arm here where the legs are long to balance if you find this a little bit unstable. Okay? So here we go, lengthening. Think of your center line, nose, until your navel when doing this. Okay? So lengthening, little foot massage, and then really feel this. Where is the maximum length? And coming up. Yeah, and I feel still tension. Okay, now I have noticed they have made me do this because then on this, we start with this leg, I have the lengthening of my contractions as the last movement. So this is what they wanted, because I was wondering, the guys are always positive, and that sounded quite negative. So, lengthening, changing legs, lengthening, and that's important. If you are training your intuition, lengthening, what we get from the other side is always loving messages. So if there's anything that is fearful, that's not coming from the highest vibration. Anything that feels a little off is not from there. Always make sure wherever you are that your little toes in line with your hips are muscle line. Lengthening and lengthening and coming up, navel in and bending in and lengthening and sliding out, lengthening and lengthening. And yeah, and this feels so good. This stretch feels so good. Okay, changing legs and also changing direction. So wherever you are, yes, that's fine. Okay, so here we go. Lengthening the upper body and lengthening the leg. Just lengthening everything and stretching. Now, bending the leg, meaning energy out of the knee, navel in, and then you keep quite a bit of the freedom here. Not the maximum, but quite a bit. And lengthening and navel in. Really try to do it slowly so you can visualize all the lines correctly, yeah? And also notice which muscle coordination you're using, that you're not going for this one. That's what we all can do, which is not very good for our back and many other things. Okay, and again, lengthening, navel in, lengthen, and bending in and now changing. And up, lengthen, and lengthening, changing legs, lengthening. Wow, really feel the length if you wish, if it helps you, yeah, bending in. It just feels so good if your body gets its full length. Lengthening, you can release some tension, which we all have at the moment, definitely. Lengthening because of the world we're living in here. And lengthening. Little toe in line with the hips or muscle line and lengthening. Just lengthening and bending in, relaxing. And coming up, little toes in line with the hips or muscle line, and lengthening, and bending in. That was the last one. Wow, okay, good. Yeah, just relax the back and the way around. Just going here, and okay, wondering what else do the guides want? Hi everyone. Well, as you may notice, my mouse is not exactly working, or the microphone was not working. I did not realize that because the camera turned off, and yeah, with my mics and everything, I'm not technically gifted. I'm just doing what I can. So here we are. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, you know the YouTube game. So if you would subscribe to this channel, I so much appreciate that, because I really think that we need help in this time. And I would love for this world to have more love, more healthy people, and also more peace, obviously. So if you like to subscribe, thank you so much. If you're interested in more from the guides, there is on Instagram at Heike Dance, a daily dose, and on YouTube, Heike Bartels, you can have their weekly energy forecast. So again, thank you so, so much. Sending you lots and lots of love, and I see you for the next workout.